Have you ever felt a little scared at night? When every creak of the floorboard sounds like a monster and every shadow looks like something spooky? Well, our very dear friend, Piglet, knows that feeling all too well. One windy evening in the 100-acre wood, the branches scraped against Piglet's window, and the wind howled like a whole herd of heffalumps. Piglet, who was a very small animal, pulled his blanket right up to his nose, his little ears trembling. "Oh, Dee dear," he whispered. "They're out there. Heffalumps and woozles, I just know it." Just then, a friendly tap, tap, tap came at his door. It wasn't a spooky scrape at all. It was a gentle, familiar knock. Piglet tiptoed to the door and peeked out. There, standing under the moonlit sky, was Winnie the Pooh, holding a pot of honey. "Hello, Piglet," said Pooh in his usual cheerful way. "It's a rather blustery night, isn't it? I thought perhaps you'd like some company. And maybe a smackerel of something?" Piglet's heart, which had been beating like a drum, started to slow down. "Oh, Pooh," he squeaked, throwing the door open. "I'm so glad it's you. I thought you were a woozle." Pooh chuckled softly. "A woozle? Oh no. I'm just a bear with a rumbly in my tumbly." He came inside, and his calm, friendly presence immediately made the little house feel warmer and safer. "I can hear them, Pooh," Piglet whispered, pointing a shaky finger towards the window. "The heffalumps, they're stomping in the woods." Pooh put his paw on Piglet's shoulder. He said, thinking very hard. "Let's have a listen together." They both stood in silence, listening to the wind. "That doesn't sound like stomping to me, Piglet," Pooh said kindly. "It sounds more like the wind is playing a song with the old oak tree." Piglet listened again. Pooh was right. It did sound a bit like a song, a very loud and windy song, but a song nonetheless. Still, Piglet couldn't shake the fear completely. "But what if they're hiding?" he asked, his voice small. "Under the bed? Or in the cupboard?" Pooh, being the best sort of friend, didn't laugh or tell Piglet he was being silly. Instead, he said, "Well then, we should probably have a look, shouldn't we? A proper expedition for monsters." And so, Pooh, with great seriousness, got down on his paws and knees and peered under Piglet's bed. "No heffalumps here," he announced. "Just a bit of fluff and a lost button." Then, he opened the cupboard. "No woozles in here, either. Though, you do have a fine collection of teacups, Piglet." Piglet watched as Pooh checked every corner of the room. With each spot Pooh declared monster-free, Piglet felt a little bit braver. But the night was still long. Will you stay, Pooh?" Piglet asked, his voice barely a whisper. "Just for a little while?" "Of course, Piglet," Pooh replied without a moment's hesitation. "A night like this is much better with a friend." Pooh sat in the armchair next to Piglet's bed. He didn't say much, but he was there. His steady presence was like a warm, cozy blanket. Whenever a loud gust of wind rattled the window, Piglet would look over, and Pooh would give him a reassuring smile. "You know, Piglet," Pooh said after a while. "Sometimes, when I'm feeling not so brave, I pretend I am. I stand up tall, puff out my chest, and say ha to whatever is scaring me. Would you like to try?" Piglet thought it sounded a bit silly, but he trusted Pooh. He sat up in bed, took a deep breath, puffed out his tiny chest, and let out a small ha. Pooh beamed. "Excellent! A very brave ha, indeed. Let's do it together." So, whenever a scary noise happened, they would both puff out their chests and say ha together. Soon, Piglet wasn't just pretending. He was actually starting to feel braver. The noises outside were just noises, and with his best friend by his side, he knew he was safe. Pooh stayed until Piglet's trembling stopped and his breathing became slow and steady as he drifted off to sleep. Pooh didn't leave right away. He sat for a little while longer, just to be sure, before quietly letting himself out. The next morning, the sun streamed into Piglet's window. The world looked bright and friendly again. He remembered the scary night, but more than that, he remembered Pooh being there. He remembered feeling scared, and then feeling safe. He learned that a good friend doesn't just chase the monsters away. A good friend sits with you in the dark until you are brave enough to see that there were no monsters at all. And that is a very comforting thought. True friendship isn't about grand gestures. It's about showing up, being patient, and offering a paw to hold when things get a little bit scary. It's about being someone's Pooh in their heffalump-filled night. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this story with me. If it warmed your heart, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more stories. See you next time.